The more they stay the same. And truly, no company exemplifies this seemingly nonsensical proverb quite like Disney, whose creative and financial decisions.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize my thing was muted, so I do apologize for that. I was saying that what's ad planning? I was feeling a little bit sick. I got real sick, and I heard about the stuff that was going on. I had a breakdown a little bit, but I'm back. I'm feeling a lot better. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I wanted to say thank you all. Ooh, excuse me, for the 131 subscribers. I'm just letting y'all know I'm good. I'm okay. I'm back. I took a little break, got a little recovery going, came back strong, and I came back to give you all some reactions and to talk about the stuff that's been going around in the world. I got a suicide video I want to make and talk about stuff and to help y'all overcome those suicide things and to speak. My TV just randomly started playing what was on my computer screen. Had to pause that. But anyways, we react to the Critical Drinker Disney Meltdown. Let's check this on out.
For the past 5 years or so remind me of a fading pop star making increasingly ridiculous attempts to reinvent themselves without understanding why people are losing interest in the first place. Case in point, the retirement of Bob Iger as head of the company back in 2020 after 15 years in the role, during which he basically made it his mission to swallow up every studio and IP on the market. Because if you can't come up with good ideas of your own, just buy someone else's. Lucasfilm, Pixar, Marvel, 20th Century Fox, all of them were assimilated into the Disney collective. They were a bit like the Borg from Star Trek, only more sinister and less creative. His approach might have been ruthless and relentless conglomeration, but fuck me, it was undeniably effective. The MCU under Disney's influence became a box office juggernaut, Pixar began churning out a steady stream of financial hits, and Lucasfilm, well, they were there. Anyway, the point is the company exploded into some kind of Lovecraftian monster under his leadership, with its slimy tendrils extending into practically every major entertainment property in Hollywood. But this golden age could not last, and gradually it became obvious that something was rotten in the state of Disney. Along with the massive increase in revenue came an influx of soulless parasites.
I remember that movie.
People with, shall we say, a very specific political worldview. People who saw the films and TV shows they were tasked with producing less as creative endeavours and more as conveniently large platforms from which to shout the message. And well, these people soon began to make their mark on the company, and believe me, it wasn't a pretty one. Star Wars, under the not-so-wise stewardship of Kathleen Kennedy, quickly went from one of the most popular, recognisable and profitable brands in the world to a rotting shell of its former self, with diminishing box office returns, a horribly divided fan base, and seemingly constant drama and conflict behind the scenes.
I thought it was Terminator, because I think Don't Fox on Terminator 2
began to creak and shudder as more and more identity politics wrenches were thrown into its perfectly tuned machinery. And Bob Iger didn't just sit back and allow this shit to happen, he practically encouraged it. Why? Simple, because it made him look good. It allowed the media to write lots of flattering puff-piece articles about how he was championing diversity, opening up opportunities, elevating marginalised voices, and all the usual buzzword bullshit you expect these days. But old Bob was no fool. He was smart enough to see that problems were on the horizon and that it was time for him to get out. The problems that he'd allowed to fester and worsen during his tenure were coming to a head by the end of the 2010s, and when the unspecified virus of unknown origin came along to shut down the company's one remaining source of revenue, the theme parks, he wisely decided to get...
You know, that's crazy. China is like... I'm not going to talk bad about Chinese people. I obviously I have a Chinese friend, but man, China, they fuck everybody up with that virus, dude.
Get the fuck out of Dodge
knew about it and didn't say
someone else
nothing.
pick up the pieces for him.
How you gonna say? How you gonna have a virus and don't tell the world that
Bob
you got
Chapek. Unlike his
And it's
predecessor,
spreading.
Chapek wasn't particularly interested in his public image. He wasn't interested in pandering to identity politics for some cheap hollow media praise, or pushing the message just to keep the blue-haired land whales on Twitter happy. I mean, don't get me wrong, he certainly wasn't some selfless martyr willingly throwing himself under the bus for the good of the company either. But what he actually was a money man. The kind of guy who looks at the bottom line when it comes to making creative decisions. He was there to turn Disney around, to make it profitable again, and his chosen path towards that goal was political neutrality. There would be no more thinly veiled activism, no more weighing in on divisive political issues, no more pandering to the message. I know, it sounds crazy, right? Imagine an entertainment company that just wants to produce
But back in the day, bro, Disney made so many good movies. Like I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about because it made majority of our childhood. Like majority of our childhood, we grew up watching like, what was it? I think it's called Alley Cats. Was it Alley Cats? Yeah, it was Alley Cats. It was Alley Cats. There was one about the dog and the cat. I forgot the name of it. It slips my brain, but it popped to me after this video.
Entertainment instead of lecturing you about historical injustices and why you should feel guilty for existing, telling you how you should feel on social political issues, advocating for which political candidates you should support. Chapek also restructured the company's executive positions so that the studio heads and senior managers were actually expected to perform to a good standard. There would be no more cushy 5-year contracts where you could just sit back and collect a paycheck regardless of how shit your work was. The message was clear: if you don't deliver results, then you're out the fucking door, son. Now, as you can imagine, this
yeah, they don't do that no more. They don't fire you apparently. Now you just come in and you give them an idea, and the dude of Disney would just buy it from you.
Change of strategy didn't
I wonder how much money that cost.
With certain elements of Disney's staff, who immediately went to war with Chapek. An attempt to stay neutral on a political bill in Florida that had absolutely nothing to do with Disney resulted in mass staff walkouts, social media outrage, and a humiliating climb down for Chapek, where he was forced to make a grovelling video pledging his allegiance to the cults. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the face of a man held hostage by his own employees. Still, he was determined to see his plan through, and a 3-year contract extension in June 2022 seemed to indicate that the Disney board were prepared to back him all the way. It's funny how ideology takes a back seat when your own arse is on the line, isn't it? Now, a big part of Chapek's plan to return the company to profitability was to make it leaner and more efficient, and that meant layoffs. Lots of layoffs. Because like any big company, Disney had become bloated and inefficient, filled with people occupying pointless roles, making an awful lot of noise but doing very little actual work. And if I was a cynical man, I'd be willing to bet that a lot of the staff targeted for redundancy just so happened to be the loudest and most obnoxious activists who'd caused him so much trouble in Florida. If they were a cancer growing within the company, then Chapek was the surgeon sharpening his scalpel.
It's crazy because I heard a rumor that this dude is. It's a video. I got another video coming up right after this. It's where this man is actually finna sell Disney to Apple. That's the rumor. I don't know how true that is. I mean, we know Apple has a lot of money. I think they have more money than Disney. Apple makes trillions of dollars, and they most definitely can't afford Disney. So if that is true, that's gonna be like, I don't know, man. It's like, what we gonna have, Apple Disney or Disney Apple? Can't wait to see how that works out.
But truly, life's got a funny way of turning things around, and wouldn't you know it, suddenly the announcement was made last night that Chapek was out and Bob Iger was returning as CEO of Disney.
No way!
Yeah, there it is, it's right
Bob
here.
Iger.
Yeah, there it is, right? Disney, or CEO Bob brings back Bob. Yeah, they brought him back.
Was returning as CEO of Disney.
No way!
Oh my goodness, who could have seen this one coming? I mean, a decision like that couldn't possibly have come at a better time for all those employees, activists, executives, and studio heads that Chapek had in his crosshairs. And if you think for 1 second that this decision was a mutual one, then bless your heart, you sweet summer childs. There is no way on this green earth that Chapek would have willingly stepped down when he was right on the verge of putting his plan into action. And there's also no way the board of directors would have broken his contract, encouraging incurring massive financial penalties unless some pretty powerful people convinced them that they had to do it. And so, here we find ourselves right back where we started. If you think Bob Iger's here to fix things and get Disney back on track after years of mistakes, well, I got some bad news for you, my friend. He isn't, and he won't. He's the guy who created these fucking problems in the first place, so you'll forgive me if I'm a little dubious about...
I'm about to say he's the one that created the problems and they brought him back. And then, from what I heard, he's planning on selling Disney. But we're going to get into that video.
Or even his motivation to solve them. What he is a safe bet. A return to the status quo. A guy who won't rock the corporate boat or ask difficult questions or raise the dangerous thought that maybe, just maybe, people aren't buying what they're selling. Because what they're selling is shit. What all this comes down to is the desperation of a company trapped in a prison of its own making, afraid of its own employees, afraid of its shareholders, afraid of social media blowback, afraid of journalists ready to pounce on any sign of weakness, and afraid of activists ready and willing to destroy anyone who doesn't toe the line. Just ask Bob Chapek. So no, I don't expect that Bob Iger is some kind of messiah that's returned in Disney's hour of need to rescue the company. In fact, unless he's had a complete change of personality and worldview, I think his return is only going to accelerate the company's inevitable decline. Even worse, is going to embolden the worst elements within the organization, reassuring them that their future's secure and nobody is ever going to challenge them again. So if you think the stuff they're putting out right now is bad, well, just wait until you see what's coming over the next few years. But hey, it's gonna be fun to kick back with a beer and laugh at their fucking failure. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Well, more for your small.
The crazy thing about all of this is that, hold on, what's this? Something just popped up on my thing. Oh, this is clean. Hold up now. Oh, I didn't set this up. Ooh. Okay. But anyways, yeah, that's crazy because I heard the rumor that he's selling Disney to Apple right now. Which is, I actually want to know how the hell that's going to work out for this guy. You know, you selling a big multi-billion-dollar company to Apple who's got trillions of dollars, and they're just like, because it's really, the ball is in Apple hand now, because it's like, should we buy these people? Or should we wait and see what happens? Because, you know, Apple, they some smart people. They like to play it safe. They don't like to take too many risks because of their product. And they're just like, Because you got to think about it like this. If Disney CEOs are struggling to try to keep the company afloat, imagine Apple just looking like, man, y'all got too much problems on over there. You know what? Come back to us in the next 5 years when y'all get y'all stuff situated. Then we'll talk. Now I get to see them saying something like that, and I just don't think Apple would just drop $150 billion to purchase Disney. Matter of fact, let me see. What is Apple now? I'm pretty sure when I looked it up last time, they said they was in $1 trillion. Apple net worth.
According to Macro Trends, interactive chart of historical net worth, market cap for Apple, AAPL, over the last 10 years. How much a company is worth is typically represented by its market capitalization, or the current stock price multiplied by the number of shares outstanding. Apple net worth as of November 21, 2022 is $2,406.74 billion.
Yo, that's a lot of money. But wait a minute, it said market cap. What's Apple's market cap? Where is it? 2.40 trillion dollars. Holy shit. That's what a market cap is at right now. It's at $2.40 trillion. And today USD is on. Yeah, they have money. Yeah, they most definitely can afford Disney. The market cap is $20.4 trillion. So yeah, they most definitely can afford Disney. So anyways, guys, post comments below. Let me know if y'all like this reaction. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that notification bell. Blitzwave is back. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I really appreciate you guys giving me some time and patience to get back to you guys on streaming. But yeah, also I've been playing a lot of Pokemon too. I've been playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm planning on getting an Elgato capture card, because I can't capture my game from my console versions and my Switch version to my PC yet. So soon when I get that, we're gonna be streaming a lot more games on this channel. Y'all gonna see more content, more game content. Cause I'm, like I said, you guys are showing me so much love. We hit 131 subscribers. I really appreciate that, and I'm gonna give y'all some love right back. So Christmas is coming up. I think I can get a capture card off Amazon for like $130. They on sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one of those for you guys, and we'll be back. So I see you guys in the next reaction. Peace. Let's check this joint on out, y'all. This shit ain't gonna be sickening. I ain't gonna lie, Capcom has been killing it. Capcom is dipping their balls in some good juice right now. They feeling themselves. They said they made all this money off Resident Evil and shit. They like, man, we ain't broke no more.